Here's the question. Does everyone who comes in your motorcycle club have to prospect? Is there any reason, or are there legitimate reasons that a person might not have to prospect to get in your club? Or have you experienced something where someone was allowed to come in the club and not prospect, or not come in fully like you thought maybe they should be able to get in? Maybe they didn't complete all the requirements. Is that ever allowable? And if it is, if someone has gotten in your club like that, what has been your experience? Did you treat them like a true brother, or did you always hold a grudge against them? That's our question for today, and we will be right back with you in a minute and 7 seconds. Right after this brief introduction, I'd like to thank you guys for hanging around since 2016. Be right back.
Black Dragon Biker News. It's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name was Black Dragon. Started in the Navy and hit the sea, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat, the nose kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. We're still waiting on our boy Lavish to get here. And so he must be out underneath a truck or something. So anyway, hey, man. This is a interesting conversation, I think, for today, and I think that I've seen this before, and this is as a result of a call that I got. So someone was allowed to come into someone's motorcycle club, and they didn't feel as though they came in the right way. And so they called me and they said, hey, Black Dragon, this guy is not going to be required to prospect. And I had to prospect for all of my stuff. So I can't understand why this guy gets to come in and I'm never going to treat this person like a club brother. It's never, ever going to happen. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So I thought it would be a good question to talk about this morning, only I don't have Lavish here yet. So I am going to ask you guys to chip in out there and see. What the heck is that, Tasha? Oh, all right. That's a big, long all righty then. Is that how I do it? So I'm going to ask you guys to chip in and tell me what you think. Lavish might be replacing a transmission somewhere. He does it all. Yes, Boss Hog. He absolutely does. So I'll tell you my experience with this And it's interesting when someone becomes a full patch brother in your club. You're not going to like everybody that has your patches. You're not going to like everybody that wears your patch is not going to be your brother, but they in act and deed, but they're definitely your brother in the fact that they wear your same patch. So whether you get along with them or don't get along with them over the long period of time can actually affect the entire motorcycle club. And I'm going to tell you a story about when it didn't work for me and my club. But I want to tell you, yeah, I talked to Lavish about this a little bit earlier this morning, and Lavish said, as far as he was concerned, there's never such an excuse for such a thing. But I have known many people to enter motorcycle clubs without necessarily prospecting. Um, and I have seen the results of such. It's it it it's it's one of those things where I got to tell you, I'm not a rah rah person. I don't do rah 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 rah. Um, it's something that doesn't work for me. Um, in the aggregate of how things go, I think that everything is meant to go a certain way, but there are always exceptions to the rule. If you get to the point where you can't make an exception to a rule, for whatever the reason may be, then you're stiff as a board, and a stiff board breaks in a strong wind. An oak tree bends. You ever see an oak tree in the wind? It's just a bending and a swaying and all this. And those big buildings in downtown Los Angeles, they're built to a code that when the ground starts shaking or the wind starts blowing, those buildings are moving. You might not feel it if you ever go in the arch. Is that St. Louis, Missouri, where that arch is? Somewhere in Missouri. You go and get in that arch, you'll actually feel that thing swaying. And that's really pretty scary. But it's just a swaying because it's not rigid. And so I always think back to the story of Jake, Jake Sawyer, the Hells Angels nomad. And, he never prospected a day, or actually he prospected one day, and he got his colors. What was the exception to the rule? This guy actually got shot for the club his very first day as a prospect. Got shot acting in the best interest of the club. And so what happened? They gave him his cut. Now, what if one guy was like, oh, I'm not going to accept you. You didn't prospect for 95 days. Well, you didn't get shot. So in my opinion, there are definitely reasons that somebody might come through and not have to do exactly what you did. Maybe they did something more. Or maybe the requirements change. War Gorilla says Motorcycle Club Protocol says that every active member has to agree on new members. So how did that happen anyway? If you don't prospect, I don't recognize you as a real member, point blank. So I have seen this happen. I have seen guys, and there's one guy in my club who claims that his vote would have been to deny me entrance into the club. But he claims that he was coerced or that he voted for me under duress. The national president told him that if you don't vote for Black Dragon, anyone who doesn't, will have to come see me outside. And so instead of standing up on his balls like a man, he voted yes when he didn't want to. So that's how that happens, War Gorilla. If everybody has to agree, maybe somebody is coerced or afraid, or maybe he didn't make the meeting or anything like that. And any of those kinds of things can stop you or can get somebody in the door that maybe somebody didn't agree with. For me and that guy, he held a grudge for 36 years. He held a grudge for 36 years, telling everybody that would listen to him, I wouldn't have voted for Black Dragon. I wouldn't have voted for him. But you did. So I've seen that one right there with my own two eyes. And it can happen. What's up, man?
Oh man, what's going on, man? I came in. I don't know if you text me or not, man. I don't know. I didn't get it.
I did not text
okay.
you.
Your fault. Viewers, watchers. He did not. He tried to exclude me from the show.
However, I did call you.
Man, I talked to you already.
I called you, and I just called you a second ago when I started this. When I started this show, everyone can see, and go ahead and tell them, comment section, that when I started this show, I called you on the phone, and I'm saying Lavish isn't here, and I'm calling you, and it goes straight to voicemail. I called you 2 times, it went straight to voicemail, and there they are. Those are the receipts. Where hold on a minute. Those are the receipts right there.
I don't have
That's the receipts.
Man, from you, man.
And I was like, where's Lavish? Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Hey, man, I didn't get a call from you, man. Last call I got was 9:45, man.
The 9:45 call is here. I called 3 people at 9:45. And there's your calls right there.
I got your 9:45 call, man, but I didn't get nothing else. I got the 9:38. I got the 9:43 call.
Did I send a text message? Oh my God, I did. 10:25. Going live now.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
There it is. I did send a text message.
Listen, the last text. This is the last text I got, man. The last text I got was from yesterday. This is some DS, man.
This is crazy.
From yesterday. That's from yesterday.
That is yesterday. Oh my God, that's impossible. You didn't get this text from this morning?
I did not. This is the last text I got.
Oh my God, Lavish, something's going on here, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
I was like, this is not like Lavish. He's going to do me like somebody said you were probably fixing the transmission or something.
No, man, I'm not doing nothing, man. But you know, yeah, man. We got Foxy, man. She said get back on topic, man. So let's get back on the topic. I came in and I heard you talking about a guy who had a grudge. Now I'm that guy. I still got a grudge with a guy from 3rd grade that my friends think is completely hilarious. Still to this day, I don't like him. And sometimes we in the same circle. And
you're lying. You can't seriously.
From 3rd grade. Yeah.
That's wrong.
From 3rd grade. Yeah, we ain't cool, man. 3rd grade. Screw you.
So I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you. I always feel better when I have someone to talk to. I was trying to do it all on my own. Yeah. Anyway, my thing is, so we'll start all over. And I know Foxy's going to be on us, so let's get it moving fast. The thing is there a reason or excuse? Can there be a reason that someone not have to prospect to get in your motorcycle club? Is there a legitimate excuse? And if such a thing happened, would you treat them as a brother, or would you always hold that grudge on them since like 3rd grade?
So I'm not holding a grudge because they didn't prospect over?
Yeah, because they didn't prospect. Would you be like, you'll never be my brother?
No, I don't think so, man. I mean, and I think every situation varies and differs. I mean, when you first start a club at a new chapter, you know, those guys aren't really prospecting. They might come around to the other chapters to kind of get a feel for the organization as a whole. But then you start up with so many members and, you know, they're not prospecting. I can't speak for every club. I'm just going to speak, you know, for my club, you know, and you get them in, and then everybody else after that prospect. I done seen clubs flip where you flip the club and nobody's
Well, but
prospecting.
that's MC protocol. 5 or more is a club flip, and they don't prospect. So that's protocol.
Yeah, I done seen that. And then I done seen where you have clubs where you have people that prospect for 0 to so many days, and it's up to the discretion of the club and the members. I done seen people who been around a certain club for 5, 6, 7 years, and the club always said, "Man, when you coming to join? When you coming to join?" And then when they actually do come and join, you already done known them shit for all these years, and they done everything with you in the club that you might get them when they prospect for 30 days just to please everybody else in the club. They don't do the same amount of time. But I mean, the club is a vote, man. I mean, I can't speak on everybody else's club, man. It's a vote. Hey, man, do you want this guy in or not? Should he cross over, or do you want to make him wait? So I think some clubs, have that option to say, hey, hey, we all want him in. You got some clubs that say, hey, man, 30 members in the club meeting is a yes, and you got these two guys over here that
I did talk about that.
no. And,
Yeah.
and because of those two club members that said no, now it's a discrepancy, and now the club wants to talk to the two members to see if they can come up with what's the problem. What's the equal medium? And you might get those two club members that say, well, give them into the next club meeting. Just because, for whatever personal reason, or because they're being an asshole, who knows? But to say that you're not my brother if you're in this club, because you didn't prospect, I think that might just be a person that has a personal vendetta against you.
Oh, and it happens,
You
especially in
know,
a club where 100% of the people must vote yes. Then you have a thing. Blair says there are 3 tests in life. The first one is as a man. How can you be a man if you don't join like everybody that went before you? But what if you did more? Like Jake Sawyer, who got shot his first day of prospecting. He kicked the door in. So that his club brothers, or prospective club brothers at the time, said, we're going to go over here and kick this door in. And this guy owes us money, or whatever the case may be. And Jake Sawyer was like, well, I don't think we should do that. And they said, yeah, well, we're going to go do it anyway. So he says, well, let me be the first man through the door. He kicks the door open, gets shot in the chest, takes the gun from the guy, beats his ass, and accomplishes the club's goals. The next match on him. Now, what asshole's sitting out there saying, you're not my brother, you didn't prospect? Well, you didn't get shot in the chest.
I think, like I say, man, I think every situation and every person is different, man, because different relationships are built.
Now, War Gorilla points out something that's crazy. If you got shot your first day of prospecting, your sponsor sucks. That right there, that's some true shit right there. That's that understanding. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's that real understanding from War Gorilla. That's that real understanding of how this stuff's supposed to be working.
So I mean, I think everything is situational, man. I mean, because we can sit on the podcast and we can have 100 different opinions, and everybody's situation doesn't always fit the next person's situation, circumstances, and all of that other stuff. That's just my personal opinion. I want to go back because Foxy has said something. Let me go back
Right
up
here?
in the comments.
Is
She
this it?
said, but why should flipping without prospecting be accepted as protocol, but the same folks who didn't prospect be preaching after them must do it as now is protocol?
What did she say? Let me find it.
Yeah, it's up. It's going up. It's at 10:43.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm way behind. 10:43.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, here it is. But why should flipping without prospecting be accepted as protocol? But the same folks who didn't prospect be preaching to everyone after them must do it now. Well, because if a club flip, those guys already, well, club flips were started way back a long time ago, where when you would see these big 1% clubs, one of the problems that they had was other people were taking their names. So there'd be two clubs called the Killer Sharks, and you could easily flip them over into your Killer Shark uniform, and everybody move on. But they're not fixing the prospect and start all over. So you just tell that guy, okay, we're going to come together. You're going to keep your cut. You're going to keep your presidency. You're going to keep your chapter, and we're going to flip all you guys. And tomorrow we'll all be the same club. Instead of killing each other, we'll be on each other's side. So that's where flipping kind of came from, and patch overs. I always look at patch overs as voluntary and flipping as involuntary. So a lot of times clubs are flipped and they don't even want to be flipped. You walk in, and this happened. A famous club is now their people are on trial because they surrounded a club, walked in with their machine guns, and that club was one club today, and by 7 p.m. tonight, it was a whole new club with colors and everything.
No, I've seen that, but I think you're going off of what she asked.
No, okay, go ahead.
As far as it's being accepted that they flipped and they didn't go through a prospecting protocol, but now they're preaching to everyone else as if it's part of protocol.
No, I'm right on.
Hey,
what she's saying.
Your text just came in. Look.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you don't have Verizon, man. You must not have Verizon.
I got Verizon, man, but the text is just coming in, man. Yeah.
We gotta work on that. I think I'm right on it because those people have prospected. They just didn't prospect for the club they were flipped into. But they prospected for their own club. You would think for them to have a club up and running for you to flip.
I mean, they prospect for another club, but now they come in here, and the new guys that's coming in here, they're so superior now. But they had to start at some point in time as well. And it's almost like if I walk in and Black Dragon helps me navigate through here, it shows me the ropes and helps me navigate through being a probie or joining the club. When it comes time for the next group of people to come in, I should be pretty much helping do the same thing instead of trying to feel like I'm just so much superior, so higher and greater and dissing them. And I want to, hold them to a whole nother higher standard. And I wasn't even held to that standard. It's an imbalance.
Didn't we talk about that yesterday? The guy that never prospected and the way he was running them prospects in the ground, I just walking by, shaking my head like, bro, you are the hardest prospect sponsored dude I've ever seen to have not ever prospected a day in your life. But it happens. It happens.
I think it's BS, man. I mean, me personally, I tell you about me and the probies we get, man. The probies we get. Me personally, I don't bother them. I barely talk to them.
Mm-hmm. You told me that.
I barely talk to them. One, I'm still trying to figure them out for one. And then when I do have a conversation with them, I don't have a hard on for them. I'm not here to, hey, go to the store, wash my bike. I'm not here to do any of that kind of stuff. I want to figure you out, and I want to have a conversation. What?
Right. No, keep going.
No, I mean that's me. I want to figure you out.
But if you don't talk to them, how do you figure them out? Like you're asshole old asshole member in the corner that won't say nothing to nobody.
No, it's not an old asshole member. I'm not here to be your friend. But I'm going to
you're here to be my club brother. Yeah, which is my friend. What are you talking about?
I can't talk if you keep talking over me. Can I get my words out, or you will stop me every time I talk?
Clashing. I got to stop you. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can't express myself and get it out if you stopping me. I don't have to talk to you and kick it with you, but I can also talk enough about the club and what's expected in this club. I don't have to be your friend when you first join in. but I don't have to sit up here and watch you make mistakes. I can see what you're doing. If you're working the door, I don't have to lollygag and yeah, what you doing? What's up with the sports game and all this stuff? No, but I can walk up to you and I can tell you about what you're not doing at this door as far as searching people.
Yeah,
What's
so all you
expected
got
at
is
this door. So now I want to show you and I want to talk to you and I want to tell you, hey man, listen, this is what we do, man. When you got people come in, know you knew, this is what I want you to do. I want to teach you how to properly search people, how to properly let people in this door, how to hold this door. When someone comes in and you got to bend down to search them, how you should position your body and why. Because some of these people think searching somebody is just like this. No, I need you to know that if you're searching and something goes wrong, you need to be in a position where you lift up and scooped up. So I don't have to talk to you to be your friend, but I have to talk to you enough to get you to understand our protocol, how we operate, man. And that's
and you
what I
got
mean.
and you got to do that as an asshole. You can't do that.
No,
friendly.
no. I never said anything about an asshole. I said I don't have to be your friend in the beginning. I'm learning you, but I'm going to
So
teach you.
I'm like this. Hey, prospect, what's up, man? Welcome. I'm glad you decided to prospect. Tell me about yourself. I engage. I love. I want to talk to him. My prospects call. I talk to him for an hour. The hang-arounds. Every hang-around is required to call all the old school members. They call everybody and all the presidents of every chapter. I want them to be known and loved.
That's good for Black Dragon, man. But you can sit back and you can pay attention to guys and you see who's full of shit. I ain't got time to waste my energy on people that I look at and I can tell they're not gonna be here long. And my judgment is
You can't tell
right.
that. You cannot tell that.
You can tell that, man. You can tell that, man. You can tell that. I had a fucking probie that came in first party night. Where the fuck is his colors at? Where's his probie set? Don't tell me what I can't tell, because you can tell who wants to be there and who don't.
People make mistakes. People get better.
You don't make
when I first started,
a mistake. You don't make a mistake by saying you want to join a motorcycle club and you come first party night and you don't have your fucking probie colors, man. It's no exception to that.
Yeah. So if you've been in the military, you have seen people progress. They come in from mama's house and just ain't got it. And by the time you put that discipline and instill that in them, they progress and they become the greatest sailors you've ever seen. And you had to take them from scratch, tear them apart, and rebuild them. Foxy says, no, they didn't, Black Dragon. They started the first club and didn't prospect because they started the club, right? Club flip, no prospecting. So technically, they know nothing about prospecting, but preaching its protocol. Well, Foxy will always find and knows the people that don't do the shit right. She will and speaks out about it. You're right, Foxy. In that case, you're 100% right. It seems to me that MC protocol is respected and followed if it's others that are doing it, right? But our MC is special and we don't do it. Rules for thee, but not for me thing. I think you're right, Tasha. We see that a lot too. Rhonda Godfrey says these are teaching moments. Ryan said absolutely, Foxy, 100%. Well, I think people have different ways of interacting with prospects. I remember those old dudes that sat in the corner and just watched and were mean. I never liked them cats. I just made sure I never wanted to be like those guys. Exactly, Lavish. There's definitely a way to search somebody I know by 10 plus years of security experience.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of you dealing with a lot of different people coming in the club, all types of bullshit. And I'm something else on that door, to the point where it's been many a times they done pulled me off the door.
And something, that's something you talk about on a consistent basis. You often talk about the door. You often talk about the door security. We've had that. You've been pretty consistent on that.
Yeah, man, because, man, one, here's for me. I don't smoke or drink. Right. I don't smoke or drink. So I don't have anything to do besides pay attention to everything. And everybody else that's smoking and drinking, they too busy lollygagging and they not paying attention to everything that's going on. I come from a street background, so I'm already on guard. I come from Detroit. We're already on edge about everything. So I'm at the door and I don't know what's going on. I can smile, people can smile coming through a door, smile, and the smile is not always happy. Just like a frown is not always mad. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm always on guard. And coming through that door, man, it means a lot, man, because you can have a lot of stuff that transpired, by coming in that door. You got underage people coming in your club. Now you got, the SWAT team, raid team coming. Just putting your club on the spot, man. They shutting you down because people at the door, they wasn't carding people like they were supposed to. And it's been a lot of times where I just sat there at the door. Sometimes certain nights they don't want me at the door because he's stopping everybody from coming in. No, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I was taught to do. And being a member in this club, they said, hey, you're just like everybody else. So if you feel like fuck them, they shouldn't come in. The club got to respect that. And it's been times where I walk around the club and I'll randomly walk up to a civilian and hey, where your ID at? Let me see your ID. And I would look at their ID. Hey, you got to leave. And you'll get somebody because they came in, came in with somebody from another club or some stuff like that. Now they say that I'm being an asshole, but I'm not really being an asshole because if something happens, next thing you know, the city is floating around. Oh yeah, this club, they letting underage girls in, blah, 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 and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a problem. And then you got other people from other clubs that's like, yeah, man, he over there being an asshole. This girl come in everybody's club every week, blah, blah, blah. Then he want to walk up to her and ask for her ID. That's because y'all wasn't doing your job. And people get mad about that kind of stuff.
They shouldn't get mad about that, bro, because there ain't nothing like having them folks at your club because you had somebody too young in there and they got hurt or something. And that's a good way to find your ass in jail, especially if everything wasn't right, like all the alcohol licenses and stuff weren't right. So you just got compounding problems.
Correct. So that's why when I talk to a probie, I'm not here to be your friend, especially when I meet you. I'm here to teach you the business. This is what you should be focused on. Do this. As time progresses and we keep crossing paths, the conversation will grow and get bigger. Then you'll learn more and more about this individual because you don't know anything about him. So you're watching him. He's watching you. He's either going to take a liking to you because he's going to say, man, this guy's always telling me some shit, man. I hear a lot of other bull crap, but let me ask him. And then that relationship grows. And he's like, man, every time I got a problem, man, he come to me, man. He don't be on no bull crap. He ain't never treated me wrong. He ain't never tried to play me out while I've been a probie. Where you have other guys that want to, make you feel small, fuck over you, treat you like shit. I just don't get down like that when it comes down to my probies, man.
Yeah, well, they said I'm the chatty guy that everybody doesn't want to talk to. Oh, shit. He's going to trap you in an hour-long conversation. Stay away from him. Oh, my goodness. Somebody said something. They were prospecting for a club, and that club made them kiss them. Was that normal? Here it is. I'm currently prospecting for the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood MC. They make me kiss them. Is that normal? It could be normal for that club.
No, that's some gay shit, man.
It could be normal for that club. You don't kiss your brothers on the forehead or something?
Man, Black Dragon, man, listen, man, that's some queer shit, man. I don't do any of that kind of stuff, man. That's come on, man.
A lot of clubs do that. A lot of clubs kiss you. That's not unheard of.
I don't do that shit, man. I don't even like the females in clubs kissing me or trying to kiss me on the cheek.
You just anti-social. I don't know.
I'm just not into that.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just not into that kind of stuff, man.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Germaphobe here. Do not put your nasty ass lips on me.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, man. I just don't like that. I mean, it's just my choice. I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
Oh my goodness.
And we got Moto Gatto. He asked Lavish, how do you feel when other clubs call you brother, but you don't feel the same way? Do you still call them brother? I got two ways of answering that question. So you get some people that say that to me because they know what my reaction is going to be from being around here. So they do it to me as a chuckle or a laugh because I'm going to give them a facial expression or a look. Like, come on, man. And then on the other side, man, for me to say brother, like, you know, that's one of my bros. You know, we got history built and it wasn't done overnight. You know, we got something more than just wearing the same colors and seeing each other on the bike set, man. We are closer than just regular members of the club, man. We bond outside the club. You know, we did stuff that only if the walls can talk type of thing, man. So I do take that whole brother caller thing serious to a whole nother level. Only because you in the whole club with everybody that feels like it's so easy and free to call each other brothers, and then they still be trying to fuck your wife, your lady, and you know what I'm saying, you dying before you going in the ground. They, you know, trying to put their colors on your old lady. And I don't, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff, so I don't, you know, it's kind of hard for me to call a person, you know, a brother, man. So when people who are strangers that don't know how I feel about things, I don't call them that either, but I just kind of let it slide, man. Just they're just being free flowing in conversation.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I don't call a lot of people brother that are outside of my club. If I do call you a brother, though, I do feel like you are one to me. I do feel like you're a brother to me if I call you brother. But I don't get upset if people call me brother. I just some people say it, and that's just, you know, how they speak. So I never go out of my way to say I'm not in your club. I'm not your brother. I happen to have a lot of brothers that are not in my club, and I got a lot of brothers that I've met on this thing. Just doing this. There are people that are calling me to see if I'm okay, if I'm not on my show at the right time, or if too much time has elapsed. I got people call when I get sick on the show. I got people calling me talking about I want you at the hospital. You know, I got people that stop me in the middle of my show and say, "Okay, Black Dragon, that's nice. Take your ass to the hospital right now," and then call me to make sure I went. So there's a lot of people. I've been very fortunate with doing this show to have a lot of people that care for you, and I think that people who care for you genuinely are your brothers. So you know, I'm kind of evolving with that term, brother. I'm kind of evolving with it. I'm not sure where I am with it. Because when I used to just be a straight hard ass, you're not in my club, you're not my brother.
Yeah, no, I mean you got people that's not in your club that got better interests for you than people in your club, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, you got people that's not wearing the same colors as you, man, that'll ride even harder than some of the guys that's wearing the same colors as you, man. you know,
Yeah.
So the people are different. But let me say this too, man. I don't want to get too far off of that about the probie thing. Another thing about my probies, when we got probies, guess what? I don't even call probies.
What do you call them?
If I call them, if I call them a probie, I'm speaking to someone else in the club about where is the probie. Did that new probie come in? Where's the probie? I call them by their names, man. I personally do. This is not a thing that you have to. I do because I want to know when they say, oh yeah, the probie over there, or even when you get a probie from another chapter. I kick it with the probie, and you get some of these probies. I say because it'd be so much slick shit that members do. You're a probie, you don't have a name, you don't have an identity, you're nobody, right? So, when I ask them, I'll be like, "Hey, probie man, what's your name?" They think, probie, this number or some shit like that, and I have to tell them like, no, seriously, what's your name? and they looking at first, and then
Yeah, that's a trap.
you know what I'm saying? And then they tell me, they might say, well, you know, they might tell me what their real name is, or they might tell me what people call them. And I'd be like, all right, man, that's cool, man. I just wanted to know. And then I carry on with what I'm doing. Or I might say, if the guy's name is Jay, hey, Jay, listen, check this out, man. This is what I want you to do. That dude over there, I want you to keep your eyes on him. Or, hey, let me go find the probie. Then when I go see him, hey, Jay, let me holler at you for a second, man. We're gonna be doing a color count. So I don't know if they told you this, but this is what the probies do when the count start, blah, blah, blah. I just, you know, I'm a guy who believes in respecting a person as being who they are. You know, a man is a man, and I feel like I'm always gonna hold a certain level of respect to a man for being a man. And because I'm in a position as a member or a president, I'm not going to belittle him just because I can. I'm not gonna do that, man. It was a guy in my club, man. He came in as a probie, man, and it was this guy that always fucked with him, man, to the point where he didn't even like this dude, man. And those tables turn. This old head guy, he got into some shit, and he had to come off that centerpiece. And that motherfucker member that was a probie at one point in time would not let off his ass at all. And it was nothing that we could do because he's treated the same. Besides, sit back and laugh, man. This was recent. I always been the same way before that, but when that incident happened, I laughed because, you know, in the club meeting, I'm sitting there like this, man. Shit, what you want me to say, man? You better listen to him. You're a probie. You busted, man. You're a fuck up, man. So, shit, go take your ass to the store. You know, because that's fair. I just believe in treating people the same way I want to be treated, man. And you know, people always preach this whole brotherhood stuff, and you know, we this and we that, and so and so and so. The way that you treat these guys when they come in, man, it's going to make a difference of the way that them guys treat you after they get in here, man. Because you showing part of this probie shit, it goes both ways, man. It's showing what type of leader you are, man, as well as what type of probie you're trying to be as you come in to be a member of this club. And that's just me, man. That's just me personally. I can't.
Joe says you're solid as fuck. Is what Obi Joe said. He said you solid, bro. He says hearing you, he hears something that he can identify with.
Yeah, I mean, and then I came in near the end of a real hard era. So I caught the real hard era, you know, where it was tough. The old guys, man, they were still living. They hadn't died off yet. They didn't get sick, man. So, you know, shit, you had to have tough skin, man. Something like the probies today wouldn't have. I'm not gonna say, because I don't want to say what they couldn't have went through. I don't want to say that. I will say that the probies today would not have dealt with the shit that the old head guys was dishing out back then. They wouldn't have.
No, I don't know probies today that would have dealt with what and I'm not saying like you. I'm not going to say couldn't have, but I would say wouldn't. The kids today are not taking that because I said so shit.
Right.
They're not.
We had a probie. We lost a probie, man. Because, and it kind of goes back slightly to what Foxy said about people coming over to a club, they get patched over, they didn't go through the same shit that they're trying to enforce on other people. So now you got this new probie that's coming in, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's outside. Like, everybody has a certain thing that they want a probie to do. They have a certain thing. My biggest thing is be outside. Be on your motorcycle. You on your motorcycle, you at different places. You winning in my book. If I pull up and I see you out moving around, you're great in my book.
So you don't mind probies being and forgive me for interrupting you, but you don't mind probies being out alone by themselves on the set?
Me personally, no. You get some people that do. Sometimes the probe will call somebody. Me personally, because I'm outside a lot and I pop up at a lot of clubs. When I see that probe out, it act for me. It puts a smile on my face because he's out. Now you get some other guys, and these are like the nitpickers. I feel, because we don't have any problems. We don't have any problems in the street. No beef. Those are the nitpickers. But this particular probie, I see him outside. So when we go out, he's there. He'll come up to me if I don't already see him. Hey man, I just wanted to, I'm out. I had talked to the guy who brought me in and everything, so he knows that I'm here. Hey man, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. But out of respect from this person that brought him in, they're telling him the protocol. So we had this probie, and I'm going to what Foxy was saying. Sorta. I'm hoping that I'm hitting it. These two members was fucking ragging on this probie, trying to, they was being an asshole. I didn't get wind of it because I wasn't there. I wasn't there to see it. I was there, but I wasn't there to see this happen. We were out of town. And these guys, pretty much trying to, play him out like he a punk in front of some females and shit. Talking to him reckless as hell.
That's so
wash my fucking bike. Go over there. And then the other guy, wash my bike too. And the probie, he got a female with him, and he's doing what he's doing and everything like that, man. And they trying to, punk him out. Get back. Probie say, man, listen, man, fuck this club. I ain't about to go through this shit, man, because this is not, the first time it happened. Like, I feel like I'm out here moving around. I'm doing all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing as a probie. I'm outside. I'm making color count. I'm coming down here. I'm doing my cleanups. I'm doing all this. But then, I got these guys in the club trying to play me like I'm a sucker. Now, you gonna have some people that say he wasn't built for it. Then you have some people that's looking at it like, yeah, man, these guys over here keep fucking with them. And you have some people like these guys that run people off from clubs. Everybody not going to go with that. Now, we're in a whole new time of era. Now, what if this probie would have said, man, you know what? Fuck this probie said, man, come on, man. I want to give you the business. Because I got a problem with you. Now we got the club about to fuck this probie up. Because you got two members of the club being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these members of the clubs be fucking up, potentially good members because of their pride, because of their arrogance, because they want to feel superior and they got authority over people. You still a man talking to a whole nother man. And we not living in the 70s. We not living in the 80s, And that's just my take on it. And the guy went off to join another fucking club, and he's always outside.
Be the greatest member of somebody else's club.
Somebody else's club. And me and the guy who brought him in, we always talk about it. And we always talk about it. We were like, we had the guy, that motherfucker, he outside. Every time we go out to a club, we run into him. He out on his bike. He out moving around. He out here doing all this. And he could have been in our club, but you get those guys that didn't do half of the work, but want to force the work on other people. And that's not cool.
You want to talk? You're right. It's not cool. We got one of our people calling in on. He wants to talk about it. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring him on. Keep going, Lavish. Keep
talking.
I'm
here. Oh yeah. That's just not cool, man.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
All right. So we got this guy. What's your name? Okay, Cameo. Did you say Cameo? Okay. I know you by your name, so that's why. So you wanted to chime in? Go ahead. Where are you at, first of all? What city are you in? Okay. What are you in a club?
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him?
No.
At all?
No.
Say something.
It's very, very low.
Okay. Let's just Can you hear Lavish talking?
I hear him say that, but I can barely hear him. I gotta strain it to hear him.
All right, say something else. Talk. Is that better?
I don't know if you got to turn your phone volume up, your mixer volume up.
Yeah.
I can hear Lavish.
He got you. Whatever you did, it went up a little bit more.
I turned the mixer volume on. Hold on. Let me just take him off and bring him back on. Come on, man. All right. Say something, Cameo.
I can. It's very.
Yeah.
You might have to put the mic. You might have to put the speaker up to the mic.
Let me try one more time. All right. Now, can you hear him? Say something, Cameo.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Yeah, I can hear him, but it's not going to be to the point where the engagement.
Okay, go ahead, man. Say what you got to say.
Okay. I was checking out your podcast just now, and I was hearing Lavish. Talk about it, his experience of about this topic, and I think that it's unfair to lump the journey of a person that's prospecting as the same as it's one fits all, because Lavish comes from a situation to where his club is co-ed. So the story that he was talking about, as far as a dude maybe feeling a certain kind of way, is going to come off very differently than in an all-male club. Very different. The experience is going to be very different. So my thing is just to lump everything in the same basket, to say that a person's journey of being a prospect is going to be very different from an all-male club or a OMC club versus a person that's in a co-ed club. It's going to be very different. And the thing is,
I don't know where that came from, but I don't think co-ed or all men club is going to change the fact of respecting the man as a man. I don't think being a member of either type of club makes a difference. Being human is being human, no matter if you're in a co-ed club or not. I don't know where that theory possibly derived from, but an all men club or not, we're talking about male members who prospected, male members who became a probie in that club.
What happened? Did you hang up? Okay, well, you're back now. Did you hear what Lavish said? Lavish said, okay, so you're going to have to turn on your microphone to hear, or your volume to hear Lavish, because I can't get you into the system.
I can hear. Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. So
I hear you fine.
You're on my speakerphone, but you're not going to be able to hear Lavish talk unless you turn your volume up when Lavish is talking.
All the way up.
No, on your computer. Are you listening to this on your phone?
No, I'm on my phone.
Okay, so there's no way you can hear Lavish's response. So Lavish's response was, a co-ed club or a non-co-ed club, there's no difference in treating a man like a man. So that would be the same either way. And that's what he was talking about, treating a probie like a full-grown man. Whether
okay, so here's my question then. So when Lavish is speaking about prospecting, is he speaking about prospecting from the aspect of a man, or is he speaking from the prospect of the aspect of a woman?
Well, he was talking about a man.
Okay, but that's my point exactly, because he's in a co-ed club. So if he's in a co-ed club, then what he's talking about, the prospecting experience, should be the same for a woman. Am I correct? If he's in a co-ed club.
I don't.
Exactly. Right. Yes.
No, it's not going to be the same, because men act differently on the set anyway.
That's my point, Black Dragon. But he's speaking from the perspective of being in a co-ed club. So you can't sit there and eliminate one from the other. He has women and men in his club that prospects. Am I correct, or am I reading that wrong?
Men or women prospecting, it still does not take away from treating people with respect.
He says
Being
that men and women
respectable with a
prospecting
person.
does not take away from treating people with respect.
Okay, so do the women go through the same thing in his club that the men do?
The women go through the same prospecting as a guy.
Yes, they do.
There's no difference.
So when he's talking about prospecting from his perspective in his own club, the women go through the same thing. Am I correct?
He said, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because my thing is, I don't want it to look like it's just only a male thing, right? Because he's not coming from an all male club. He's coming from a female and male club. They're co-ed. So what he's talking about, make sure that it's also that the women are going through the same exact thing in his club.
Our club is probably structured like anybody else's club. When you have, because it's majority men. You have few riders, female riders. Other than that, it's property.
Y'all have a great show. y'all have a great show, man. And hey, I'm listening.
Yeah, we see that. All right, Cameo.
All right, bro.
Thanks for calling.
Y'all take care. Hey, Lavish, love you, bro. You know who I am. Love you, bro.
You sound angry, man. You sound mad as hell.
No, man. I'm in a great mood, brother. I'm in a great mood, man.
Damn, Cameo mad. What do we do?
Hey, Lavish know I got much love and respect for him, man.
You know, Foxy says, but what does that have to do with anything? Prospecting is an all equal process and should be the same for either gender.
And that's that. Foxy is 100% correct.
Listen, what I'm saying now, coming from Lavish side of the tracks, I would hope so.
I just want to know, where was that different from anything he was saying? I just want to know that, like,
because Lavish was only speaking about the men. He was only speaking of the men. He was not speaking of the women in his club.
Okay.
That's where I'm going with that.
Okay.
That's all it was. So if the women are going through the same thing, are feeling disrespected, feeling humiliated, and all these things that he was talking about of the brothers, of the men, then make sure that from what he's saying, that he's also talking about the women are feeling the same exact way and are being treated the same exact way that the men are being treated in his club. That's all.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
All right. Y'all take care, man.
All right. Cameo.
Peace out.
I'm not sure why that was a topic of conversation, but for simplicity reasons, any person that prospects is treated the same. Can you imagine being in a club full of people and you treat one group of people different than the other? That's going to be a chaos off top right there. That's going to be, why are you treating these people different than this? No, if you prospect, probie, whatever, you're treated the same. And I still feel, no matter what, male or female, me personally, when someone comes to the club, I treat them with respect. I'm not here to beat them down. But that's just Lavish, where you do have other members in the club that get their jollies off by doing that stuff, because they feel like they can.
Cameo is one of the folks, and I hear from him often, and he will often call me and jump in my ass about this or that. I don't know, Cameo. It seemed almost personal, because it's just like, first of all, I didn't know you were in a co-ed club. I never knew. It never dawned on me the way you talk and conduct yourself and talk about your club. It seems like it's ready to get down at any time. Like what I hear from your club is, anything you've ever talked has always seemed solid to me. So I think it was like just a reach. I think War Gorilla is right that that was a reach, because our conversation hadn't I don't know. I don't know. Cameo, I don't know, man. You got me on this one, bro. I'm gonna talk to you after the show. I'm not sure.
Hey man, you know, so my club, man, we got our members that are females are riding members. You cannot be a member of the club unless you're a riding member. But we have properties.
look at
Yeah, I see all that, man. I told you, I just sometimes you just let people talk. However, most of our women in our clubs are properties. You have very few women in our club that do ride, but we do have riding female members, and we treat them like regular members with the exception of certain things. But when I say certain things, it's just certain positions that they would never be able to hold.
But we know all that, man.
Yeah. So yeah,
that goes without saying. We're not fixing to see a female boogie down national president. So keep going.
Hey, no, I'm laughing at Calvin. My city says that about me all the time. Swear to God. Swear to God. I've been.
That, yeah,
listen,
that's what I just said. I just said that. Did I not just say that?
They say that about me all the freaking time, man. I'm not lying. They say that about me all the time. I'm not saying that just because you put that there. They say that about me. I get the people from those 1% clubs. They laugh because they like, yeah, man. You know,
Foxy said something here. Don't get it twisted. Just because it's a co-ed club doesn't mean the women aren't ready to get down. And
that's 100% true.
That's a property in action to know that's true.
Listen, check this out, man. Foxy, you're 100% right. You got female members in our club. I won't even go into depth stuff, but let me tell you this. You got this pretty face that while some stuff is going on, that female member already got that pistol cocked to the side while that guy ain't even paying attention. And when he look over, holy moly. Listen, man, you don't even know how many times you done seen, and I'm not speaking for everybody else, how many times, you know, us men had to protect that woman because that woman, you know, got down with the business and ain't nobody see nothing. You figure the math out. Ain't nobody see nothing. She wasn't there. We don't know what you're talking about. So, and that's not even to say, and properties do this, you know, do the same thing too, man. So when you got a club, just because you're a woman, let's not take away from the fact that those women are some diehard women that's really ready to ride for that club, property or a member, you know. But to go back to the origin, yes, we treat the male and the female members the same when they prospect, when they probie through here. You have men and women that come in as probies. It's almost like a fraternity. They holding the line together. They're the ones that communicate with each other. You know, they're the ones that's talking amongst each other. They're the ones building their own personal relationships with each other because they came in. When they get their centerpiece and they full set, they're the ones that got that memory, man. I remember when we came in together.
Look, man, Kimo says it, Detroit boogie down females different. Trust me. Let me tell you something. I have dated some beautiful women from Detroit. I have said this 5 or 6 times. I don't know a woman from Detroit that won't slit your ass.
Man,
period. The finest ones, the cutest.
And listen, man, let me tell you this. And I want to talk about these women too, man. I gotta shout them out, man. I'm not trying to put them on blast. I'm not trying to, you know, disrespect their clubs or nothing like that. But listen, man, and I'm only speaking for Detroit. I don't want to fuck with them Sin City property chicks. It's like I think Sin City, they go out with a requirement because they chicks. They got some 6-footers, not one. They got some 6-footers in there, man. And I'm not talking about 6 feet, 140 pounds, man. They got some 6-footers in there that I don't want to fuck with, man. Outcasts. I don't want to fuck with their properties. I'm a whole guy, man. I'm not saying this like, you know, I would want to mess with a woman. But I'm saying this giving props to their club. They have some aggressive women in there that they don't give a fuck about a dude. They will give the dude the business, man. And they are very aggressive. Yeah. They are very aggressive, man.
You get your throat slit by a property while you while you engage with the man, all of a sudden you get slit, your throat slit from behind. Don't
Listen,
get the women in this thing mixed up.
it's been times where us men then had to tell other women, listen, don't go out starting shit with them girls over there, because if one fight, they all fighting. And they're not stopping until you beat the fuck down. And those women, man, you know, just because they women, don't discredit them women, man, at all.
No. Can someone tell me why there's such a harsh treatment when prospecting? I'm not above hard work yet. How can you treat me bad yet call me a brother? POS patch in. Call me a brother.
Piece of shit.
Patch in. Well, listen, and that's something that we talk about. It's something I wrote in the Prospects Bible. If you've got a club that's treating you like shit, you might not want to be there. A club needs to understand the value that you bring to the club. You know, prospecting is about you looking at the club and make sure that they meet your values as much as they're trying to make sure you meet theirs. And if you've got some people that don't respect, now you're going to get some shit prospecting. Let's understand. There's going to be some hazing. We talked about that yesterday. There's going to be some hazing in prospecting. Folks that have something that you're trying to get, well, lord that over you a little bit, and that's to be expected. But somebody treating you improperly, asking you to do things that they wouldn't do, ask you to commit crimes, ask you to do humiliating things that are beneath your level of dignity. If you're a woman prospecting, somebody asking you for sexual favors or sexually harassing you or any of that kind of shit, you have to make up your mind as a human being, as a person, as a grown-ass man, as a grown-ass woman, what it is that you will accept and you won't accept. And when somebody steps over your barrier of what you will and won't accept, you may need to find a whole another club. And there are so many out there to choose from. And that's another reason that the young people of today ain't taking all this shit that we used to take. You know, when I was black, there were 7 motorcycle clubs in San Diego when I wanted to be with the Black Sabbath. So you only had 6 options. There's like maybe 100 clubs there now. So you got 99 more options. So people are voting with their feet. They're not taking a whole bunch of shit anymore. They don't have to. Back in my day, you had to. OG gave you some shit, you had to. Somebody wants you to prospect for 5 years. You try to leave that club and go to some of the others, and they'd be like, hey, you need to go back on over there to your home and get that worked out. Clubs did that. Now clubs are saying, hey, man, you don't have a home, you can come over here. So it's way different. And the amount of garbage you take from somebody really has to depend on you. He said what he meant by POS was post-patch. Okay, so yeah, so no, and I've always been that way. Don't treat me like shit and then call me a brother. And there were a whole lot of people I got to get back at as I gained rank in my club that had treated me very wrong. So Lavish said it right. You know, you can. If you're in a club and somebody's giving you hell and you still want to be in that club, just remember, I'll be a full patch one day. And when I become one, that's your ass. The whole purpose of the prospect phase is to break you down and rebuild you up as a member of the club. Everything should have a valid learning lesson to it. And I agree with you, War Gorilla, but you have to admit that some of these people are on some power trips and some dumb shit, and they will put you through it. And a lot of times the club hands are almost tied, or they don't reach out, to stop things that they probably should be trying to stop. Go ahead, Lavish.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, again, every person is different, and every club is different, man. You fuck around and lose some real good potential people, man, just because you got a hard on for no goddamn on good reason, just because you feel like I just want to, man. You know. And some of the stuff you do, man, like I can say at Black Dragon, I want you to join my club. You like, okay, cool, man. I want to join because I like what y'all do, blah, 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 whatever the case might be. And you rock it out because of me and some other guys, but you got this one dude over here, man, that gave you a hard time. It don't mean that just because you get in, you and that guy gotta be like this. Because in every club, it's people that don't rock with each other. Now, if we out and we wearing the same colors and we riding for the club, okay, cool. We riding for the club. It ain't got nothing to do with me and you personally. But on a personal level within the club, I don't rock with you, man. I don't fuck with you, man.
Yeah.
So, and that's the way I look at it, man. That's why I personally just treat people like human, man, like humans, man, like they are, man, because you got great people out here, man. You don't know how you might utilize these people, how resourceful, a person might be. And I'm not here to, make a person feel less of a man if they're a man or woman that's being a probie in my club or whatnot.
Well, I think we've had a good conversation today, man. We got to figure out what's going on with our communications, because I called you this morning and we talked, and then I couldn't get a hold of you the next 3 times I called. That's crazy. It went straight to voicemail. Straight.
I don't know either, man. Oh no. Rhonda says she prospected as a man. I mean, shit, a man, woman, shit, you do the same thing. You gotta do whatever is required around the club, whatever is required out in the street. And then I'm gonna speak, man, on some of the stuff, man. We not having you do. You're supposed to not have someone do something that you're not willing to do. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want it done to you, why would you impose it on somebody else?
But they do. There's some. Listen, I'm not going to tell you there ain't some bad sponsors, some clubs that allow some bad shit to happen. I'm not going to tell you your prospecting journey is going to be the greatest. But everything really depends on how much you're willing to take and where you stand your ground. And hopefully, clubs are more sophisticated than they were in my day. In my day, it could be absolutely horrible on you. But I don't see the kids like we've said. I don't see the kids taking the stuff today that we took back then.
No, I don't.
It's just different.
I got well, let me not say I got my Cleveland chapter, because I go to Cleveland a lot, man. He was the lieutenant. Now he's the president. He's the vice president. He's the vice president up there. And every time I come to Cleveland, and I have to tell him, man, relax, dog, it's okay. He has all the probies on my detail.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I gotta tell the probies, hey man, relax. Man, my president told me, man, I can't. I gotta, if you move, I move. I'm like, hey man, he can relax. I'm straight. I'm safe, man. I'm good. No, I'm just saying, man. I just got for the
hey,
probe,
listen,
man.
And you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that, Lavish. You don't get to do that. I hate it when y'all do that.
When we do what?
I don't need that. Go sit down. I don't need that. No, it's the probie's business to be up your ass there. You move. He moves.
So here's what I have to do, and this is why. When I come there, people have me there to film their event. They're there, so I'm an approachable person,
and the probies will be
right. And I have to let them know. Listen, just keep an eye on me. You don't have to be. I move, you move, because you're making it uncomfortable. For me doing my job.
It's an interesting thing, Lavish, as you become a content creator and you become huge, because I had the same problem. So as National Prez, the probies we call them prospects. Probies is it's more of an East Coast term. I'm not even used to saying probies, but I start saying it when you start saying it. But I'm more used to the word prospects. But when the prospects come around, or they're there and they surround you, and then all these people want to come up and hug you, and you got these guys standing in between them like, and the people are like, can you calm down a little bit? Like, I just try. And then when I first got my dog, I think my dog used to be some kind of protection dog, because it took him a long time. This big ass Malinois. Everybody that wanted to touch me, he was worse than a prospect for the longest time. So he has just finally gotten to the point where people can come up and hug me and stuff like that. Because so I know what you're saying there. Like, but it's at Lavish, that's still their job.
No, that's their job. But I have to tell them, because I'm here to get great content. And one, I don't need, the serious face. They don't, the girls be doing all this, smiling and everything, and the people, Lavish, what's happening? And I got a guy standing there like this with a duster on, or his hand in his pocket. Or you
Oh man, I lived that. I'm just laughing at you. I've lived that. It's so funny. I'm laughing at you, man.
So and he's like, oh, okay. And I, like I say, I know that he's teaching these guys, and I get it. And I have to tell them, listen, man, just, if they can be, 5 feet away from me, just keep the eye on me. I'm cool with that, because I'm here and I'm moving around. So I don't need to be moving around and you right here. And I turn and another one right there. But you have guys that take their job serious. And it's not about taking it serious. It's about being an effective teacher so that a person will understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got over an hour and 16 minutes. We can probably shut this thing down. It's been a great conversation. I wanted to tell a story about my club in terms of what happened with this guy with this 36-year-long vendetta against me. But maybe I'll save that for another time. But it was a very interesting, it's been a very interesting run with a guy who was mad, still mad, because 36 years ago, he was too much of a chicken shit to vote no for me to be in the club. So
he was being a good club member. He was going with what the rest of the club advised him to do, man. Why can't he be a good club member? That you said the chicken shit because he didn't. But what if he was being a good club member and went with the majority because he was following along with the club, making him a great member at the time, even though he personally said, fuck him, I don't even like him. I'm just saying, you got to be fair. You got to be.
And that is fair. That's a fair assessment. So don't come out of the club meeting now that you've been a good guy and say, that guy right there, I never voted for. I never would have voted for him. They made me vote for him. And then tell that lie tell that story for the next 36 years. If you're being a good club member, then take it on the chin as a good club member.
He was just sharing to let you know, hey, I didn't want to vote for you. I only did it for the club. You're not my brother. I only did it for the sake of the club. Fuck you. I don't like you. I'm just saying that maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Both are true. Both are true. So, when I made national president, I was just like, so dun dun dun.
Man, when I got up in the president's position, as vice president, I was so not dun dun dun. I was so, hey man, you gotta put the patch on, man. You gotta put the patch on. I'm like, for what?
No, I was dun 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 on him, on that guy.
On that guy. Okay, gotcha.
That guy gave me so much hell. Oh, one day I'll be able to tell a story. What's up, Obi Joe? Obi Joe? I guess Obi Joe didn't want to talk.
No,
Obi Joe, why do you call right now? You didn't want to talk.
No, you want to talk, man. Something wrong with your phone, man. Something's wrong with your service.
Man, this phone is not acting right. Oh, he's trying to call me back. Obi Joe, are you there? Obi Joe.
Hey, what's going on, man?
You wanted to talk on the show?
Oh, yeah, man. There's some interesting talk going on this morning, man.
Yeah. Yeah, what you got to say? Yeah, we hear you say something.
Oh, yeah, I just saw Motor Gato's comment, man, about the old ladies. In the White City, we do call her... Yeah, we do say the old ladies. In fact, our old ladies actually have a patch on their back, man. It says Lost Soldiers Old Lady on it. So we don't do the propaganda or shit like that. But there's no disrespect for that, man. It's just
yeah, they do say the old ladies. At least the ones that I know, they do say yeah. The guys.
What's up with your phone, Obi Joe? You're cutting out, man. What's up?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Hey, I'm in North Idaho, man. So I get shitty reception up here. But no.
Obi Joe. Obi Joe.
Listen to what Lavish was saying too as well, man. I don't
I'm not all about that disrespect to the prospects, man. Not at all. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. We try to lift our prospects up, man. We want them to be future patches, man, and in good standing and have a good, solid education behind them too as well. So disrespecting, I mean, there's banter back and forth, man. But doing the shit that they did back in the '70s and shit, that's not around anymore. Even when I came in as a probie, I wore a full set of cut with just a probationary tab on the front, and I did every bit of work, man, that a prospect would be expected to do work. And I loved it, man. I love being a probie. I love being a prospect. And I love getting even my sponsor, man. The sponsor I had never prospected before in his life, which is something I'm against. Hey, if you're going to freaking sponsor a prospect, man, you better prospect it yourself.
So, Obi Joe, on the white set, there are a couple levels. You guys have probies and prospects, right? So a probie is
yes.
different than a prospect.
The only way we'll ever make somebody a probate, man, is if they have prior club experience.
Okay.
But even then, we're getting away from that too as well. I don't care if you got prior club experience or not. If I don't know who you are or who your club was, you're going to come as a prospect, or actually come as a hang around first, and then step up to a prospect and go through the motions. Because like I said, you might have had a pass for another club, but if I don't know you or know that club, hey, you're coming in the old school way, man. You're coming as a hang around and working your way up.
So on the white set, Lavish, they'll have prospects they have hang around prospect, and then they may have something called a probate, probationary member, and you can come in their club sometimes as a probie, like if you had prior club experience, and not really have to go through the prospect and the hang around phase. So on the black set, our probies are the same thing as prospects, but on the white set, they have some clubs have another level that's above prospect that they call probie or probationary. So
yeah, one thing that we don't do, man, is we don't openly recruit. I know when I got hit up by my club, man, they found me. I ran into them at a dealership, and they saw I had some RV patches on, so we struck up a conversation. They gave me their card. I reached out to them. And that's how we are, man. We don't openly recruit anybody out there on the street, anybody out there in another club. If you want to come to us, you express interest to us, come as a hang around, and we take it from there. And believe me, man, I brought in a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, as a prospect. And the hardest thing I ever had to do as an essay was pull his fucking cut, and we don't talk now because of that shit.
Oh, amen. Hey, how are what's your blood sugar looking like this morning?
You know what, man? I'm dialed in now. I've got it set going good. I'm at 134 and holding, man. It's been pretty good.
Good. All right, man. All right, it's good to hear from you this morning.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you reaching out, man. I'll reach out here. I got to go to maybe Montana this weekend, man. We got some stuff going on over there, but.
Okay, man. You cut out again. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Feel better, man. Hear me?
Oh, absolutely, man. Like I said, every day, man. Every day.
All right. Take care.
Y'all take care, man.
All right, now, man.
Listening to him today, man. He said a lot of stuff, man, that resonates with me an awful lot, man. He's that guy's on point about a lot of shit.
Yeah, well, we didn't like his ass at first, so. All right. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Y'all take care, man. Peace out.
I'm not having you take all my subscribers. Don't even try that shit. Okay, you're not all solid like that. I don't know why they're saying this.
Oh man, I hear you,
Black
man.
Dragon. I was diagnosed with hypertension when I was 16. Damn, I started taking nifedipine as a maintenance medication when I was 18. Still, even with the medicine, I have symptoms of hypertension. So I tried to lower my sodium in a slow process and exercise every day. I had searched the whole herbs in town without no hope. I passed an order for herbal treatment from Dr. Solo. I was eager to use the medicine. I followed the instructions. I have used it for about 4 weeks. That's it? Well, it'd be interesting to find out what's going on. He's been on nifedipine since he was 16. Oh my God. I am Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider from Charleston, West Virginia. What's up, Black Dragon, Midnight Ghost Rider? He calls me Pop. He called me Pop? He's just as old as I am. He's at least as old as you are. I am y'all's big brother, man, or uncle. Pop. Anyway, Biker News Canada, have a good weekend. Tommy Manick, have a good weekend. And love all you guys, man. I'm not afraid to tell the guys that I love them. Unlike Lavish, that's not coming from him. Lavish, tell the audience you love them.
Man, Black Dragon, man, you be something else, man. You be something else, man.
And you don't kiss the guys on the cheek or nothing, huh? I kiss all my presidents on the cheek, man.
That says a lot about you. You like to diddler.
Solid, bro. All right. Hey, man, listen, what you got going on for the weekend? I'm getting ready to get the hell out of here. Work.
That's it, man. That's all I do, man. Work.
Yeah. Well, work hard.
Yeah, man. That's all I'm doing, smart, man. I'm working, man, and that's it.
Well, I appreciate you on the show, man. You give me somebody to talk to, and you are a solid young man. I absolutely appreciate you. And I don't know what Cameo was on this morning. I'm you're ready to call him right now. That seemed personal as hell. You know, Lavish is in a comedy club.
Oh man, with some chicks that are around some of these guys.
I don't want no trouble, Cameo. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
keep it logical. What's happening?
Scroll back, man. Scroll up.
Hey man, hey, Logic, man. I will be in your city week after next. Man. I want to be down there in Dallas. I want to be in Dallas. Yeah.
What you doing down there? Hosting?
No, I'm not hosting this event. I'm just going down there to party with them. I told them I'll come down there. So I'll be getting there April 4th.
That's my birthday.
April 4th. Okay, that's what's up, man. So I'll be spending your birthday in Dallas.
What's going on in Dallas?
The hard riders out of Dallas got an anniversary party. So I'll be down there
for my birthday.
For them. You're not. You're not. It sounds good, but you're not.
Don't do that.
We just talked about
a 13-hour ride.
Yeah, but you're not. But anyhow, yeah, I'll be down there, man. Logic. So yeah. So I won't be down there next week. Not next week, week after next, man. Dallas, Texas. I'll be there for the weekend.
All right. Hey man, thanks everybody for tuning in. Take care, Logic. Take care, Lavish. Have a great weekend.
All right. Y'all be safe. Be careful.
And Sunday is my show with Hollywood from Insane Throttle. We're doing a members only show, so I encourage you guys to get your memberships. We got a membership as low as $2.99 a month. So get your membership and come to Hollywood, and I will be on Sunday, and we'll be talking about the week's events and things like that. And we'll most especially be talking about our takes on the blow up between the Mongols and the Warlocks down there in Florida. That on our first show, that's what we'll be talking about. And we'll be interviewing all the coolest people around town, Black Dragon and Hollywood, mixing it back up again. Tuesday night is bike night here at the Dragon's Lair, 3393 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. Please stop by, come on in and hang out with us and get my newest book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101, available at where's it available? It's at blackdragonsgear.com, and I believe in 3 days it'll be available on Amazon and Kindle. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Treat everybody out there with love and passion and respect, and love what you're doing, man. I'm Black Dragon. Get you guys Sunday, and thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Bye-bye. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1. Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get
Dragon's first book, The Prospect Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years, and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing into the motorcycle club. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autograph copy at blackdragongear.com.
Man, I don't know what the fuck was up with that.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
He caught me by surprise.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes. So, when most percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the second you volatile, it can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG. Bonafide, certified, a true MC. The Biker Boys. The Biker Boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon Biker TV at his best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his Prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. like and share. Goodbye.
If that happens, I rebuild the East Coast, and I tell you what'll make the mother chapter mad is when I start dropping chapters back in California. Ooh wee! I'm thinking